Petr just absolutely schooled Davidson Figueiredo in 5 rounds. Holy shit, man. Petr is so crafty and gifted on the feet. It is so incredible to see. I think he's one of my favorite fighters to watch right now in the UFC. Like, he's an absolute animal in there. His technical ability on the feet is superb. It's like no other. Man, and the way he punches, the amount of precision he puts in his punches, it's so clinical and devastating to deal with. It's like impossible to see. Everything he throws just absolutely would hurt Davidson Figueiredo. The uppercuts, the right hands, the left hooks, the right hooks, the body kicks, the leg kicks, it was like poetry in motion. Everything would land with ease, and he just schooled Figueiredo. And look, Figueiredo's a tough son of a gun, man. He held on for dear life in that fight, and he managed to get through all 5 of those rounds. But at the end of the day, he did have some good moments. At one point in the 4th round, he did drop Petr with a straight right hand. But dude, the fight was just so fun. Both guys are top-tier bantamweights. They're on the top of the division for a reason. Like, to me, this could have been a title eliminator bout because those two are fantastic in there. Like, it was fireworks from start to finish. And look, Petr, in my opinion, I think his ground game has gotten even better than what it was before. Not to say that his wrestling was bad back then. It was good, but I feel like it's at another level because the way he dealt with Davidson Figueiredo was superb. He was super calm when Davidson took him down. He was able to reverse him off his back and get him on top in the ground and pound in the first round and land some nasty elbows in that first round. And even at times, man, just the way how he would deal with Davidson Figueiredo and get back up and avoid pressure on the clinch, it was just fantastic, man. You could tell the experience that Petr brings to the table is like no other. And in my opinion, you beat a guy like Davidson Figueiredo, who has good credentials in the UFC. He's a 2-time flyweight champion. Was just on a 3-fight winning streak, beating some top-tier dudes in the bantamweight division. He should fight for the title. I think he should fight more for the title than Umar should. Umar only fought Cody Sandhagen in the top 15. He has fought nobody of note in the top 15 of the UFC. He beat Sandhagen with ease through all 5 rounds. But man, I'm telling you, you put Petr against Umar Nurmagomedov, I think Petr schools him for 5 rounds. He's going to play around with him like he played with Figgy. And it's not going to be no fun and games. And I understand the UFC's bias. They want to bring fresh life into the bantamweight division and that bias they have with Khabib because Umar's Khabib's cousin, but I don't think Umar deserves a title shot yet. You got to give him either Petr or Sean O'Malley, and then you give him a shot at the throne, because there's no reason for him to fight Merab right now. And stylistically, is Umar a great fight for Merab Dvalishvili? Yes, it absolutely is. He's a wrestler just like Merab. Would it be fun to see? I have no idea. It could be good watching two elite grapplers going at it, but at the same time, I don't know, Merab's style is kind of annoying to watch at times, man. Like the Sean O'Malley fight, I was falling asleep on the couch, just about to start snoring, man, because how boring at times that fight was. And look, Sean did nothing to note, but that's a story for another day. We're talking about Petr No Mercy Yan. And Petr, in my opinion, deserves a shot at the title. And I think if he fights Merab this time around, especially coming back with 2 victories, I think he could beat Merab. There's just something about Petr right now where the intensive pedigree that he brings to the table with his striking ability and his takedown defense and his presence on the ground, I think his ground game has improved significantly since the Aljo fight. He's shown how superb he can get, how good he can get out of situations on the ground with elite grapplers like Davidson Figueiredo. I think he could have a good shot at Merab. And their first fight, he did avoid a lot of takedown defenses against Merab. So now watching all this, I think you could just see it's at another notch and it's at another level. Back then, Petr, man, his confidence was a little lower. He lost to Aljo. He had lost to Sugar Sean O'Malley, which was a fight that could have gone either way, in my opinion. And now you put him up against Merab Dvalishvili when you're on a 2-fight skid, a guy that's won so many fights at that point. You know, the confidence was dwindling. But now you get Petr this 2-fight win streak against Merab Dvalishvili. I think he has a good shot at beating him. Just the way his strikes are superb and so crisp, I think Merab's going to have a hard time dealing with that. And how patient Petr Yan was on the ground, I think he's going to be able to get out of situations that many people have not been able to get out of against a guy like Merab Dvalishvili. So I'm going to say, man, he should fight for the title next. If not, you book him for another title eliminator, whether it be between him against Dumar or him against Sugar Sean O'Malley. One or the other. But I think for sure UFC, book it. Petr Yan, Merab Dvalishvili, 2025. The people will love it. It'll be something people will buy into. And better yet, Petr Yan, in the post-fight interview, he pulled out the English to call out Merab, bro. That shit was fire, bro. You gotta make it happen now, bro. He publicly called him out in English. My boy is Russian, bro. He pulling out the English slang and talking some shit to Merab. Come on, bro. You gotta give him the fight. Mick, Dana, make it happen, please. I beg. But, there was a couple good fights there, too. I mean, Muslim Shalihov, bro, that kick that he landed on Song Kinong was insane, bro. That spinning back kick at the end of the round, flush on the chin. Bro, Kinong went to bed that quick. It was crazy to see, and it was completely out of nowhere because that first round was super boring up until that last minute. When he landed that kick, nothing happened. But man, credit to Shalihov. He got the job done and knocked him out with ease. Yao Xiaonan beats Amanda Ricci. Amanda Ricci was like a punching bag in there, man. She could have done nothing to solve anything that Yao Xiaonan was throwing at her. Like, whether it be her trying to take her to the ground or her blitzing Yao Xiaonan, she couldn't do anything. And Yao Xiaonan was just piecing her, playing with her, bro, beating her up piece by piece. And it was, it was a hard fight for Amanda Ricci to try and win. But, Yao Xiaonan, credit to her, man. She's the second-ranked contender in the division for a reason. And she got the job done in her home country of China. So, credit to her. Carlos Ulberg beats Volkan Ozdemir by decision. Man, I was up, but I was kind of half asleep and trying to watch that fight. But, he got the job done. He pieced him up from time to time. He did what he had to do. And now he's making his ranks up the division, bro. I think a guy like Carlos Ulberg could really make some noise in the light heavyweight division against Alex Pereira, against a Khalil Roundtree, and even a Magomed Ankalaev. And there's a lot of good matchup for him coming up that he could get next. I don't know, maybe like a Jan Blachowicz, a little crafty Polish vet, a little Polish power. I think that should be a good fight that they could make. Or give him Khalil Roundtree. It's another shot. Nikita Krylov. There's names there. And he's, Carlos Ulberg, he trains with Israel Adesanya. So there's kind of history there between Izzy and Adesanya. Could he be the slayer to take down Alex Pereira in for Izzy? So that, that would be pretty dope to see. We could see some storyline along those lines. And yeah, I think the UFC should get more behind Carlos Ulberg, man. He's a decent striker, but overall, I think that's what I'm going to talk about today from this card. I could ramble about the entire thing, but I'd rather just touch up on the key fights that I pretty much noticed. So that's it from me, guys. What did y'all think of the card overall? Should Petr Yan fight Merab next? And that's it from me. So good game, boys. Catch you later. Deuces. I'm out. Make sure to subscribe.